It was just over 25 years ago that I helped in the founding of St. Augustine Academy. I was a headmaster out in Texas, and a local person from here had moved to Texas to put his daughter into our school. That's a big change. You move from Santa Barbara to Texas to put your child in a school. But the reason that they did that as a family was because they recognized the power and importance of the nature of the education that we were providing.
One of the key factors in having one of your children as an adult who practices his or her faith was for that child to be surrounded by other adults practicing their faith that are not their parent. And I think that's what's so important to me about St. Augustine and the community here, is that the housing prices and things like this are much more expensive in California, but the reason we're not moving out of state is because of that. I feel like it's our children's souls that are at stake.
Having that community reinforce the virtues and the values that you're trying to instill in your children, not just so that they see the same virtues and values being enforced or practiced, but so that they can see them in different ways too, so that they understand them more fully or from different perspectives. This is what St. Augustine's is, and that's what it is to me, and that's what it is for our children. It's a place for them to be fortified in their faith so that they can go out into the world as virtuous young men and women.
You know, the location of where we are right now, it's pretty central to our roots, and so giving people that central location where they're able to live in other communities and drive to the school is important. And because of the expansion of the school, there's a lot of people that live near me, and now we have this amazing carpool that we all just kind of figured out because we all have the love for this place, so we all make it work. I just know that expanding the school will let other people be blessed by this experience, so that's a wonderful thing. What's so unique about St. Augustine is that the younger children mix with the older children, just like a family. So John Paul's now with Charlie, his nephew, so they're able to see each other on a daily basis, just like a family.
I remember in earlier years of St. Augustine's, kindergarten through third grade, being the one who looks up to the older brother on what to do and stuff like that. Seeing all of my older brothers graduate from here, and then now Charlie goes here, and it feels kind of cool. You can see the whole circle of the family.
When we dream or plan for a new campus and a new school, it would be that much more incredible, really, because we are able to match the external beauty of the school with what's going on internally.
This campus has served St. Augustine really well, I think, for 20 years, and they've used every inch of it, but it would be nice to have a place that actually fit the amount of students and gave them, every opportunity that they deserve.
I live in Santa Paula, and Santa Paula it's a town I lived in before, then I moved around the country and I came back to it. And I came back to Santa Paula and to Ventura County because of the beautiful traditions that we have. In so far as the cities go and the communities, they're founded really in the 19th century as municipalities, or early 20th century. And those founders, it's very important to understand, those founders didn't come to Santa Paula or Fillmore or Oxnard and say, we're just here and we're going to start a farm for us and then we don't care. They came here to found something for them, their children, their children's children. That's what St. Augustine is about. We are now 25 years in. We're one full generation into our school. We founded not for our kids who were young at the time, but we founded for generations upon generations. We've done that founding work. And now we're saying, let's go out. Let's build this place for the long term. I love it when the architect says, we're going to build with materials that will last a century or more. We're not going to build a stick figure building, because that's not the kind of permanence that is proper to this kind of education. It's the education that really is part and parcel of the development of Western civilization. It drove people for generations upon generations, for hundreds of years into thousands of years. It drove them to seek higher things. What has happened in the last several decades is that started to erode as we've forgotten our heritage. What we do with recapturing this kind of education is we look back to that heritage and we say, what made those people do the things that they did? That is the sort of the principles of what guided us to recapture our inheritance, to recapture the kind of education that really is freeing, in the right sense, to the human being.